Aquarius, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Britain. Someone is called Britain, Henry. Somebody called Henry or Britain. Okay, is a name. Britain. Tina, retainer. I need a retainer. Some of you are possibly looking at something to bite down on, like a brace or something, or brace yourself because something is about to happen, Aquarius. Very quickly, I'm hearing though that is something that's about to happen. Drastic is what I'm hearing, because I'm hearing this is the end, beautiful friend. It's the end of a friendship, but the beginning of something new that blossom. So the name Blossom, or like the end but the beginning. So you're looking at Ozzy Osbourne. So you're looking at somebody that is born. So you're looking at Scorpio energies, but you're looking at possibly someone from Australia also. I'm hearing Ozzy Oz was born. Something was born within you, alchemy, but something is within you, they're saying. So something's born within you. So either an idea or something, but you're looking at four, because you're looking at an ending as also a beginning, and purgatory of around Virgo of 9. So it's very important, Aquarius, if you haven't seen so far your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, is to check out the actual video that explains numerology and patterns of also tarot and numerology. Okay, so through an Aquarian, you can obviously, it doesn't matter whether this be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus or Jupiter, is the fact that I'm actually calling out 8, so it means Leo also. So it doesn't matter whether you or your person or anybody around you has those in their chart, it's going to represent a lot of messages. So just be wary of what I say. Okay, so I'm hearing though that a lot of purgatory endings, ending and also beginning, and something that blossoms out of this, like a flower of something. So you're kind of like, I don't know if you're flower arranging, and arranging flowers is like taking it to a grave site, because I'm definitely picking up a huge energy of 4, which would be Scorpio. So through my visions just lately, Scorpio is a very big purgatory card, because it's earthly, right, which means that I am on earth, okay, but then it also means that I'm in purgatory and then a chance of heaven or hell. Okay, so basically whatever it is that ends begins and blossoms of a new start for you that comes up, Aquarius. Now what these messages are going to relate to you, I don't know at the moment, but my channeled messages for you is that this is the end, beautiful friend. So I don't know if there's a friendship that has ended but then begins again. Like it's kind of like this lesson, this huge lesson around you that is learned. Now the name Andrew also, or somebody that is Jewish, or Jason, Julian, all the J's involved also. Okay, anybody beginning with J, actual name of J also. But some like huge happening through what's obviously happened in the sky through Scorpio, when it was, I've been saying it for a while, when the Scorpio moon hit and everything else happened around those times of planets that happened around 4, which was Scorpio. A lot of people have like passed, and purgatory energies of passing on, people that are dying. The name Parsons also, Pucci also, Paula, or a P, and it's involving also a Piscean. Okay, I'm also hearing superglycemic, something to do with glycemic sugar, or something like looking at sugar, like sugar diabetes, or just like looking at the properties of fruit and vegetables, which can also be a new idea. But something to do with superfoods. They're saying superfoods or like greens. But any of you out there realise that how many bloody like vegetables and fruits there are that are actually not really good for you? Right, believe it, to popular belief is that when you look at food consumption, because I've got quite a few messages for you, Aquarius, so you're going to have to hang in there. If you get very impatient, Sagittarius, if you get, or like 4, but like if you get very impatient, then you know I can't. So you got impatience, outpatience, looking for something around a hospital visit that you may have coming up for you, visiting grave sites possible, going to the hospital, maybe something to do with breathing. The channel messages of all of my music, of Angel Radio, have all been about breathing, apparatus and breathing. So it's either oxygen that somebody needs and leaves, oxygen in leaves. We'll get onto the healthy stuff in a second. For a lot of you are looking for messages for those. But they're saying that there is something around hospital visit, or visiting an elderly patient, or visiting a parent. It's come up in so many Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter readings, but also numerology, the sequence and code of how these all relate. So one of your relations could be very ill at the moment, okay, is what they're saying. Now, whether this be an auntie or an uncle or a friend even, I don't know, because they are saying a friend indeed is a friend in need, and I'm in need of some help, and I am in need of some support, because there is something that is really going on around my family, and I might need to like look for some sort of support at the moment, is what they're saying, Aquarius. Okay. Please, if you have just found this channel, you can blame me all day long, but it doesn't do you any good. Okay, you can either listen to the messages and I can give you them, but somebody's going to receive a message from something or somebody, and it is going to be relating to one's health, because you have messages of health for oneself, but you have sickness and in health here, right? So you're looking at marriages, possibly divorce, but I'm really not picking up huge energies of divorce. I'm just picking up on like in sickness and in health. So of a message itself, which means that there are a lot of things around hospitals at the moment, people possibly passing on, people leaving legacies for people that they've had, like a house, a home, a mortgage, and these people that may have passed or may pass, they are individually, of what Spirit is telling me, they are drawing up a lot of things, of conclusions of paperwork, which means that if you have a very strange or odd suspicion that a family member may be ill, is the fact that what they are doing is possibly thinking about leaving stuff for you behind. Because I keep hearing legacy, okay. Some strange reason, I don't know why, I keep picking up that somebody left a leg behind. Now, is this like Dr. Leg, which was like so someone from London, maybe someone from London, but this is, the reason I say that is because of EastEnders. There was a British television show called EastEnders, and there used to be a Dr. Leg there, right? But, so I'm kind of representing that to a doctor and something there, but something which means that it would be somebody that is in London or in Britain, okay? In Britain, from Britain, doesn't have to be London, but it can be, okay? London. London's calling also. So somebody in London has a call from somebody, or had a call from somebody that came from London to Britain, well, some other place in Britain. They're having to travel, is what they're saying, or did have to travel from like London to somewhere else in order for this energy. I mean, London and different places in Britain are also still classed as places in America and other places, right? But what I'm hearing is like from New Zealand, put someone involved from New Zealand, New Hampton, also Hampton Court. Hampton Court here is a old people's place where an elderly person is put in a residential home, and it's called, I'm also hearing Ravenscourt, John Craven's News Round, or I'm picking up an energy of 3, so like possible Piscean involved, but like a funeral or a party, also like a party and a funeral. Like, it feels like that you've got a hell of a lot going on, Aquarius, if I'm honest, channeled wise. It's kind of like, because if you're looking at parties, you're kind of looking at Taurus, and if you're really kind of like, you know, on the third party bit, we'll get to that if you're on the third party love interest, but there are more things here for you at the moment, Aquarius. So you're looking at, also again, paranoia. I am a little bit paranoid. If I ever look this way, it's just because I'm looking at the red light just to see if this microphone is recording. In the reflection of what I have here, shows me a red light to say that it's recording. Okay, so Jeremy, but red means recording. Recording a music contract. Some of you are doing like I do, which is mixing, mastering, producing music, and you are recording something. So whatever it is, it's like I'm a recording, but like Ricky, the name Rick or Ricky, but I'm recording something, like on camera, or the name Cam, or Cameron, or Cameron, the name Cameron. So something to do with anybody that knows of a name of Cam or Cameron. Because I have also the Akashic Records, I don't want to keep going on about it, and I ain't going to go on about it too long, because trust me, I'm trying to get bearings of my transition also. Is that the Book of Death, and is also the Book of Life. So some of you are dealing with a Leo, okay, which would be an 8 also, so Aquarius, Leo, but the Book of Life, the Book of Death, the Book of Shadows. So okay, so if I call out names, there are either deceased loved ones that have been here for a while, people that may pass, or names that could be in the future. I can't keep worrying about giving these messages out to people, because I feel that, you know, news is never, like, bad news is never good news, right? So You know, you either hear it from the horse's mouth or from me. So it's up to you. You know, you have your own minds. Okay, but yeah, I'm definitely hearing this energy of like health and stuff like that, right? So I'm kind of picking up these energies of where it's been through other numerology stuff as well, readings, is people that are like drawing up, say, a plan for something that is like a house building or something like that, or left a house, and they have plans of what to do with their legacy that they leave behind, and they're trying to like make a statement of such, of passing it down on to, like, say, to their children, like an elderly person that leaves it on to their kids or children, or something where they're saying about that it's being recorded. So music references, blah blah blah, so on and so forth there for you. Sophie, I'm also picking up the name Sophie, Sarah, Steve. Okay, Steve, big energy of Steve here. Sarah, okay, Taurus, Sarah, but like sassy. S, anything beginning with S. Okay. So you've got these kind of like energies around music. Something here about that's being recorded though, like of like I need to make a statement, and I need to like, okay, what on earth is this around a lunatic asylum, or like a like I need to make a statement and record it, like a like go into the police or go into somewhere that's quite like guarded, and I need to go in and make a statement, like confession, and say like I need to confess something to you and let you know, and it comes across to me as a message of something of a statement, like I need to make a statement to the police, or I need to go into a building and make a statement or make a confession to somebody, because it came up through Capricorn, which is also 6 in Gemini, and another reading. So you're kind of like looking at this like I need for you to hear something, but you may not be able to hear it, so I need to leave you a letter, or like I need to leave you a recording, or somebody did leave a recording for somebody that may have passed, and you end up finding a tape, because it's saying like a tape recording, and like somebody that speaks into like a dictaphone or something like that. So Richard, I'm picking up the name Richard or Rachel, okay, but I need to like speak into a microphone and say something, so the name Michael also is involved, mic or microphone. This can even be also where people go to a funeral, if there is one, and people speak at an altar of something, because some of the readings have been about writing up an eulogy, and this could be what is spoken on a microphone, excuse for the noise, but like say, you know, this kind of thing that may happen, and then people are called up in order to go to church, and then somebody speaks on a microphone and says whatever it is about their family member of a piece of paper or a dictaphone, because I'm picking up that somebody's recording something, and they click record, and they record a statement onto something of a tape, and then they play it back into their, like, they play it back, something that keeps being played back, like red means recording, or like it just keeps playing back like a loop. Okay, so if you watched Angel Radio, caught in a loop, okay, Virgo energies, caught in a loop, purgatory, messages of, okay, caught in a loop. So loopy, Lou, the name Lou or Louise, also the Louise or Lou. Okay, but I need the Lou. Some of you are possibly like juicing and stuff like that, and you probably need to go to the toilet quite a lot, but squeezing juice, not juicing. Okay, but squeezing juice. Go into those messages in a minute, but I need to go to the Lou. So, I don't know what that's for. Scorpio, a Scorpio is involved. So, which is also Aries. Okay, yeah, they're saying that something is being recorded on loop, right? Which is music. It's recorded on loop, right? But they're saying also here for a lot of you, this is a lot to do with you've got music references, but you've got this eulogy thing of a microphone that someone speaks into quite a lot. Okay, like a microphone. Like you might be buying a microphone, something to sing into, speak into. Or like this is people that are just relating to the unfortunate messages of deceased loved ones and having to go to like a church in order to say something on a microphone, okay, which would be a mic, and say something on the microphone, or somebody that spits rhymes or stuff like that is also here. Okay, Mike. Oh, Mike, you all right, Mike? How you doing? Yeah, I did get your message. Oh, I haven't read it yet, but it is there. I've just been so busy. But yeah, I have everything's fine. Don't worry, everything's fine, Mike. But like yeah. Something like that, okay. Music career, yeah, difficult in order to get into the music career, right? But yeah, trust me. I mean, I make music. Obviously, you've probably heard Angel Radio, but yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of free ideas floating around. But yeah, trying to get out there in the music industry is one of the most difficult things in order to be able to really do. Me, I've got a load of equipment, like loads of equipment. It doesn't really make much difference, but yeah, loads of equipment. It's still you still come up with what you come up with, right? But yeah, music is here. So something around that. Okay, so sorry about the messages and so on and so forth for people that may be losing people. You've also got like, you know, just normal visiting hospitals and stuff like that. Also, I'm included. I'm also an 8. Okay, so in certain ways, but yeah, I've got an appointment on the 18th. There you go, 9. So you're dealing with the 18th. So 9th. So 9. So you're looking at Virgo energies also. So you're looking at something around breathing. Right, so around a 9 is looking around something to do with breathing apparatus and being able to breathe, which could be a representation of our moon, which means possible Piscean involved. Okay, a mum, also your mother, so she would also be involved. And it is something here, like I said, it's around breathing, needing to breathe. Need to breathe. If you can remember, when you followed a while back what that message relates to now, where I said need to breathe, and it was the actual band itself, Need to Breathe. And I said, if any of you ever heard of a band called Need to Breathe, you want to listen to them because it's called Brother. Okay, so one of the songs is called Brother. Okay, so it might be your brother, Michael, could be your brother. Okay, but it could be something to do with somebody's brother here, brother. If you're watching and your brother's ill, okay, it's relating to family, really. It's relating to family, but it's relating to the numerology. That's why it gets so complex for people. That's why this is why people have been losing their goddamn mind for so long, watching, reading, and not understanding why the hell it is that I'm so angry and pissed off. Is the fact that I'm cross-eyed, right? It's the fact that I didn't realise about the numerology parts, which is everybody, right? So you've kind of got this this situation here of around, it could be to do with around, like I say, a 5 Taurus energy, but like family. I'll read Soul Group Karma is what I read from, right? Scripture of the Akashic Records. So you've kind of got this needing to pay attention, okay. Attention seekings, the name seekings, or I'm seeking for some sort of attention of such, but trust me, bro, if someone's ill, then don't worry about me saying attention seeking, right, here. It's just that I need some attention, right, for something. So you kind of got those energies there, right? So health, for a lot of you. So you are probably, at this time, looking into, like I said, juicing fruits organic, or the name Organa, or anything that is organic. But you know, what I was going to say to you, like, do you realise, like, kale and spinach are supposed to be like really good for you, and supposed to be superfoods. You realise the amount of hyperglycemic stuff that is also in these things, because when you look into it, right, when you really look into it, there is so much info out there that tells you that, oh no, it's good and it's bad. And the only bit of info that I really took from all of these things, really, is a person that actually said, you know, when you take like vegetables and then you take fruit and then you take meat. Okay, when you look at all of those, like, there are certain meats that you wouldn't really have because it have fat on it and everything else, right? So if you look at potatoes, you have chips and people fry them and God knows what else, so potato, but potatoes are really bad for you, right? So when you look at it as a pattern of, say, 3, right, here, when you're looking at food, how I just see it, is the fact that this group of vegetable here, there are going to be a couple of free vegetables in here that are really not that great for you. Because, so that's why they say an apple a day, which means just one apple, because an apple is absolutely full of sugar, right? So, you know, when you look at it, it's like, well, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. You're like, what can I have, what can't I have, what can I eat, what can't I eat, what should I do, what should I not do? So now you're going to a 2, you're going to Libra energies. You got like I don't know what to do, bruv. You've kind of got an energy of 4, which is purgatory. So you got like Libra, Virgo, and Libra, Virgo, and Scorpio, right? Like, I'm completely and utterly just like numb. Well, that is a Scorpio energy. I am numb after this ending. Like, it's my mum after this ending. It's just going to be me and my mum after this ending. So someone's father, you see, so it could be, for a lot of you, it could be someone's father, right? But yeah, I'm hearing it's just going to be me and Ma, or it is my Ma. You see, I can't ever tell. This would be my friend Chris. So, where I was saying Chris Cornell, nothing compares to you, for a while, Okay, there are messages that have been here for a while for a lot of you. It's just like, you know, coming in now, right? But if you've watched the channel for a while, you understand you can fit the pieces together now, where you're like, man, you know. So, Mandy, also the name Man or Mandy, Mannings, Manny Fesquez, oh really, Sharon or Stone, but Sharon also involved, Sharon. Yeah, you've so health-wise, yeah, for a lot of you, you know, you're more than likely looking into things that are healthy for you, right? That are physically healthy for you. But the energy of Scorpio is 100% in your reading. It's because it is purgatory, Aquarius, is how I see it. It's just like earth, purgatory, heaven or hell, right? So like the crossover and the cross between those energies are very difficult after endings, because it also gives fresh new organic matter, right? So, oh dear, what can the matter be? So it's around a Virgo energy, right? It's a Dear John letter. So it's kind of like this letter that's being brought up of like, you know, memoirs and all these kind of things of purgatory, of like crossing over, and what can I say or what can I do before my time runs out, you know, and what can I say to you during these times of like, you know, even if it relates to relationship, it's just relating to like, how do we continue forward now after the breakup and now getting back together, or how do we now, like, how, you know, this feeling of like, how right, how now, Howlett, I'm picking up the name Howlett, or James Howlett, or James, yeah, something to do with Howlett, or the Howling Wolf, also the Howling Wolf. So you're looking at silver, but you're also looking at Little Red Riding Hood, so someone with red hair or red hood. Red rum, Virgo. So Virgo with red hair is what I'm picking up. Red hair, Virgo. Okay. So really, what on earth is... Well, just that feeling, Aquarius. I'm just going to go off that, right? Just that feeling of like, man, this is struggle, right? That's what you've got, right? So relate with them however you will. Okay. Communicate with the person however you will is what they're saying. If there's a will, there's a way. And if there's money involved or something like that, these are wills that are being drawn up. The name William. There's another person of a death list, sorry, but the name Will, or William. Okay, William. Okay. Because I picked up Willie Fogg, and it was something to do with a Claudio, or Fogg, or like from London. Okay, not saying these people are going to die. Okay, but Claudio, Dr. Mix, you all right? How you doing? I don't know if you found my channel or not, but I did leave you some music. But yeah, just, you know, I'm a medium if you didn't know. So, but something to do with mixing, mastering, doctor's appointment. Some kind of something there that is going to relate to anybody personally around having to go to a Numerology, passing on, you know, doing something before it's too late. You've got the energy of, for some of you, just naturally, like something being delivered, which would be like, I don't think it's a child during this time, but I just think like something being delivered, right? Something being delivered. Stand and deliver, whoa, money all your life. Let's just hope someone doesn't get robbed, or rob. The name Robin, or Rob. But like, yeah, stand and deliver, money all your life. That might be something to do with around someone having to go to them, make a statement over something that was stolen. Is what I'm picking up. Stolen cake? No, I don't want no stolen cake. Not if you're on a diet. But like, I'm going to steal your cake. Really? I'm going to steal your patrons. Really? I'm going to steal your cake. Steve's cake. Steve's patron. Yes, you want to join it. But like, what is this? I'm going to steal your cake. Baker? I'm going to steal your idea. Well, that's everybody. Yeah, probably stealing my own. But like, I'm going to steal your idea. People do that. Yeah. Won't work for them. Well, I don't know. Just watch out for people that are probably starting to say a lot of things that I've maybe said, or I don't know. But I'm picking up, I'm going to steal your idea. I can normally spot a fake. I don't know what this is to do with fake money or a fake account, or like I can normally smell out a fake account somewhere. I mean, what is this? Smelling out fake? Lake District? North? Someone from up north? Okay, but I'm gonna spell a fake. What? Fake a spell? Like I'm gonna have a fake spell. What? Fake spell? Well, they don't work. Spells don't work, bruv. They don't. But like, yeah, I'll carry on. But something to do with I'm gonna fake it. I'm gonna fake it. What is that? Like a sickie? I'm gonna pull a sickie. I'm gonna fake some time off work, or I'm gonna counterfeit some money and make it fake. What is this? If I can't do it, I'm gonna have to fake it, like a cake. I'm gonna have to. Fuck! What on earth is that? I'm gonna have to fake a cake. I'm gonna have to make a cake, birthday cake. So bake it and prick it as fast as you can with B. So the name B, and I'm gonna have to quickly bake a cake, but fake the cake. What? I'm gonna have to fake a birthday cake. Really? So, okay. You really could be dealing with the Gemini energy, which was 6 and Capricorn, which is around like, I'm going to have to go, but I don't really want to, but I'm going to have to fake, like, make out that I'm upset, or just make out that I'm, like, what the fuck is that message? Fake a cake, but make a cake. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Can you make it? Yeah, sure, but I'm going to have to do it quickly. Right? So, or can I make an account, but I'm going to have to do it quickly? No. People have been contacting me saying that I've been seeing that I'm supposed to be doing this. No, not everybody is supposed to be a tarot reader. It's probably because what you've watched is a generic reading. Right? Which would be a 8 of blah blah blah, a tarot card reader, right? Which means that somebody already does it. But some people have been like, no, like I haven't had a personal one or whatever, which can also mean the fact that you watch it, right? You have to be very careful around energies, right? And you know, everybody that is spiritual thinks or is. They think that they're supposed to do that as a job. I mean, you can do whatever you like, you can do it, but don't ever really do it for money. Like, don't do it for success, because it doesn't work. You can't force a gift that isn't for you, because it just doesn't work. It don't. Because it's a design of things. Like, you know, so whatever you have to think that you have to force yourself to do, you ain't going to be able to do anything with force. So it doesn't matter whether someone steals a gift or steals an idea, it ain't going to work for them, right? Because, like, if they... I don't know what on earth this is, but... Don't worry about things being stolen, right? Because that could be the stolen cake, and things being stolen. Well, they're normally people that see an idea of someone and they say, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to use that for myself, but not really let people know that it was someone else's idea. You know, that's just the fucking difficult energy that you get into there. But people that force their way into doing things, spirit will just mess up a person eventually, because it meant for them, like it really isn't. But then you see, because I always get these visions in my head that people that think that fame and fortune of an Aquarian energy, people that think that fame and fortune is physically everything to them in life, so they'll be prepared to do whatever it is to do that, to take it. So you're going to get everybody that always tries to do an idea of some sort, right? So you've kind of got this energy of I don't know what it is. Like, I'm going to have to fake it in order to make it. Like, fake an account, or I'm going to have to fake a cake, or I'm just going to have to fake something. I don't know what this is. It might not be anything important. I just can't work out myself what on earth that is, around having to fake something. But also I'm going to have to make something as well. But quick. Like, I'm going to have to do this quick, because I feel like my time's running out. So it might even be the messages of the deceased thing. But like, I'm going to have to do this quick. Whatever it is, I'm going to have to do it really quick, and rush it. I'm not sure what that's for there for you guys. I don't know, it might just be generally because you're late for something, right? It doesn't have to be a bad message. I just can't work out myself what that is. But it's kind of like I'm going to have to like do this very quickly, like, because I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to have to do this like really quick, right? Because it's either like baking a cake or like going to something, but it's like of great importance that I have to go to, but my time is of essence, which means that my time is quite short because I work a lot. So I rush from a job to a job to a place because I'm in a rush because I have to get back to do something of great importance, which means of kind of a lot of your time being divided by being very busy, right? So it can be that. But like I'm going to have to rush to get there because I have to rush to get back to do something I want to do, right? Well, that's the difficulty of being self-employed. You know, everybody thinks that it's easy at the top, or it's easy doing anything. Of course it isn't. It's extremely hard, right? That's the work. So I said people at the top don't have it any easier than people at the bottom, because you get overwhelmed by energy. Right? You get overwhelmed by calling spirit. You get overwhelmed by work, right? Work and effort of what pays off in the end is a seed of intent that is set in your head, right? So when you look at effort, when it's put towards something of a payback of money and job, is exactly as the same as what people class as witchcraft, that is a seed of intent in someone's head. So when you put fear on top of a field of dreams, you fucking destroy it, because anything that manifests into reality doesn't show itself up straight away, right? It manifests over quite a period of time. So whatever one thinks in one head doesn't happen right away. That's the domino train of life. It doesn't happen straight away. So you have to put in a lot of effort to put work in, especially spiritually or mentally, right? So when you look at fear, if you look at a relationship, whatever is put within a seed of one's head of fear, it ends up putting it onto a field of dreams, of where later on in your readings next month or the month after, it will show up from whatever somebody is thinking right now. Right? Because you always get the answer if you can have what the fuck it is that you want in life. But you have to put the work and the effort in. And if your work and effort is fear, then where do you get later on? Nothing. Because you've basically just said, oh my God, right, I want all of these things, but it's never going to happen, blah, 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 and I'm impatient, I'm in a rush, and all the things that happen during your day, and you wonder why later on it doesn't work, is because basically what you've been asking for is for shit to not work. So it doesn't. So when you look at a relationship, right, whatever comes out as a mirror later on is what is hidden from a person's thoughts. And they're not private, definitely around me, right? So, you know, whatever is hidden of karma that you can't see and that you're fully unaware of is whatever is the seed of intent within one's head. So when you look at this within a relationship, right, if someone here is unaware themselves of a pattern and things that go on with themselves in their head, right, they later on creating a mirror later because they've made what they don't want to happen, right? It's because they've been asking things for not to happen, right? So when you constantly ask for things to worry about and fear about of things that are not going to happen, what on earth do you think is going to happen later on? It isn't going to happen. So what on earth is it that you feel in a relationship here, that when you're fearing about your relationship of what you don't want this person to be like or do, or what they have done that's pissed you off, starts to accumulate in the head that you don't speak or talk about? Fear, right? So if anybody here has loads of shit that is locked in within a soul and a lesson, it just shows itself up later on, of where if it isn't your lover, it's your mother or your brother or your sister. So if like one person is fine and all whatnot, but then you're having a dynamic with a family member and they're not revealing anything about themselves that they don't know, later on it just turns up as your father. Right? So, you know, you're always going to be stuck in purgatory whilst you're here. So you might as well make the most of feeling good whilst you're here, right? So manifesting a field of shit, if your life becomes shit, you've got to look at what you're thinking about right now. Living presently. What's most important to you right now? Here, right? But it's still a rock and a hard place in purgatory, because what is meant to be of a preordained destiny of what you'll get. So, you know. Anyway, too long again. So what we're going to look at is external energies, right? Which is going to be what your partner thinks and feels, but also what they're going through, but then also what you're going through, because it's a vice versa deck, or the moment after, but I can pretty much read these of past, present and future and your partner, right? So don't worry about what a card really is, right? Just go with it. Okay, so Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. What does Aquarius's partner think and feel about Aquarius? But because you have numerology, it's very difficult in order to really do anything else apart from a generic reading. But, so you have to know numerology of the video, okay? But again, passion, sex, that's what your partner wants. They want a new beginning with you, right? That's up to you what you do, boo, right here. But somebody is feeling quite erotic, right? It's feeling quite erotic. They're feeling good. And I'm feeling good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you know how I feel, right? Well, you know how I feel already, because I've probably told you how I feel. So this person has probably already just let you know how you feel. Just a reference of time, if you're that first, it is, jeez man, I need glasses, the 13th. Which is 4, which is Scorpio. Right, so let's have a look. How does Aquarius's partner feel about Aquarius? Think and feel. 6 of Cups. They think that things are really going on around your family at the moment, that you are probably living alone. But if you are living alone, right, and you're not with your partner, they are feeling erotic about you. They feel that you could meet up and have a go at it, right? So it's kind of like, look, let's have a go. Why don't we just give it a try? Why don't we just see if we can do something other than just really thinking about ourselves? Let's think about something that we can do together. We want to be together, right? So someone from Dudley or from Cannock, it's like, yeah, we can do this together, right? I know what love is, Jenny. So Jenny, but Jenny, don't be hasty. Yeah, I might be looking pasty. Something to do with pasting, basting. Somebody might be in the old turkey basters, but like Mason, the name Mason, or Freemasons even, I don't know. Something that gives you a moment of joy, put it that way. So that's how your partner feels, as if we, look, why don't we do something together? But if this is not your partner, and you're like, no, I hate my partner, well then, 1, why are you with them? And 2, if not, this is external energy. Somebody feels as if they are really happy and feeling very on fire, bruv, on fire. Jupiterian energy, could be a Sagittarian, or Pisces. Oh wow, we had one that came over. 4 of Wands, it was already turned over, I didn't see it. 4 of Wands. Yeah, there you go. So going to visit someone in prison, going to visit someone in jail, or going to visit somebody at the 4 of Wands. The person that you go to visit here could be a Scorpio or a life path or a healing year number 4, or could also be a Aries also, right? So a cross comparison of Aries, Scorpio in their chart, or a life path or a healing year, personal year number 4. But going to visit family, going to see how they are, going to a place of an old person's residential place, if the messages are right, that would be people going to spend some time with their family, right? Or at least reaching out to a family member to talk about the 4 of Wands. So how this is now representing your partner is that if you are in a good standing with your partnership, they are pretty much talking to you now about stability and stabilising one's self through the time of Scorpio. So now all of that is past, and all of the energy of purgatory that is now kind of over. For you guys, being either Leo or Aquarian, your energy should be better, where somebody now has suddenly realised, you know what? Let's talk about it, right? Let's kind of go over it, or let's forgive and forget. And what we realise is that this is a long drawn out cycle, right? So that should be a lot of you here. If not, what you're feeling is extremely passionate with oneself, right? And that you're just doing things of anything that makes you feel good, right? And things that don't make you feel bad, right? The stuff that makes you feel good, whatever that be, that is more than likely how you're feeling. The name B also. Someone's very happy, the fact that somebody could have just contacted the person, right? Yeah. If they're in, man, you're good at home, right? So let's see, Ace of Wands, of how Aquarius' partner thinks and feels about them. Oh, what's going on? Show me the other people. Here, Queen of Cups. When you're in love with a beautiful woman, can't go wrong. Unless you're Jim Morrison and you're kind of like, you know, into a same-sex relationship here, it can't go wrong, right? It can't go wrong, it can't fail, right? It's a good idea. So, can't go wrong, it's a good idea. Something that brings me joy. Joy! Right? Brings me happiness. It brings me sunshine. My only sunshine, Leo. It makes me happy when skies are blue. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Well, you do, boo, because it's in the cards. It's written. Right? It's written for reconciliation. What do you reckon to that? So something to do with the reckoning, which would be Tom York. But Radiohead, just, you do it to yourself. Well, you've done it to yourself, but you never know, dear, how much I love you. Because you're once, twice, 3 times Harry Potter wand. What a want is your wand, Harry. Take it, Harry. Somebody is taking it somewhere, whichever way it is. You're going to take it. You're going to have it. You know, you are going to have this opportunity in life. Whether you like it or not, you're having it. That's even spirit. Well done. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Turn into Roger Waters or David Gilmour. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Right, anybody know the lyric of what album that came from? Pat on the back. Spit in the fan. Right? I think it was 3 Pigs, right? 3 Pigs. Or it's the same album. Well, I'm going to let you all decide, right? What lyric was that from? Give yourselves a pat on the back. Right. I'm also hearing, well, my favourite is it's off Animals, but like Dying of Cancer. Because I'm hearing the Dogs, which is my favourite lick to play on the guitar. But like, yeah, Dogs, where the Dying of Cancer or something here. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian or a 7 somewhere here. Just channeled wise here, but yeah. 6 of Cups. Yeah. Truth be told, tarot, is it? I don't know, but truth be told, but like, so, yeah, yeah, spending some time. If not, I'm a free agent, but you're like, I'm a free agent. So some of you are looking for an agency of something, and I'm a free agent. That doesn't have to mean that you're not in love, because you are, but it's kind of like I'm looking for an agency and a free agency, right? Well, me personally, I am thinking about releasing some of my music after like probably going over them and just sorting out a few tweaks, but selling some music online, but like looking into like Apple Music and Spotify, which is what I'm on, but my music isn't. And why is that? It's because you pretty much have to sign a contract with a company, and they put you on things like Apple Music, they put you on Spotify and whatnot, but I don't know if you have to pay them. I think they take money from you when you put it on there. If people, I think you do have to pay for some, but there are some companies out there that you're really not supposed to go around. So I'm not sure yet, but some people have said, can you put your music on Spotify? And I want to, but I have to look into it. But yeah, something here around like I'm looking for an agency, and I'm looking to get something seen by people or something like that. An agency. Work agency, work emergency for, ooh, see, purgatory. What the hell? what the hell, Capricorn, possible, Virgo. But what on earth is that for? Well, that's a living hell. That's called a marriage, people. That's what the hell would I be in love and want all of this, but I'm at the Four of Wands now, adding fear onto the Four of Wands. Y'all just going to set up a trigger here. Y'all set up a trigger later on. This will show itself later on, this fear here. You have to be very careful of what it is that you think that you put onto a field of dreams of fearing about it. Because this could be, I want this Four of Wands. I want a large house in the Hamptons. I want all of these things in my life. Trust me, bruv, when y'all get them all, you get bored to shit anyway. If you live in a huge mansion and house, I can guarantee you that your fucking electric and thingy bill will be huge. Right? It could be someone that stresses you at home. Stresses you out at home, and you're very unsure around Gary, or the name Shaw, or Tina, but you're very unsure around somebody at home, individually within oneself here. Right? But like I said, things that are hidden from you in a twin flame or soulmate relationship, of some people that don't even realise they're in soulmate relationships, but like, you know, when you deal with energy on a daily basis, when you deal with people on a daily basis, you can get very tired and very like, people just come out of nowhere, right? So, you know, through that, like I said, this might be something that is hidden within a person that they can't stop worrying all of the time, and I can't stop panicking, and I can't stop fearing. You're just going to make things happen. But again, if it's preordained anyway, that is what stops you from getting what you want. Because I can't tell you, look, you know what, you need to take on a meditation program and everything else and stop worrying. How on earth can I be a controlling person to tell someone to stop panicking and stop worrying? You can't. That's why a design of something is designed for you, because this stuff is what stops you manifesting. Right? Here, it's meant to, because if it isn't meant to be and it isn't meant for you, it won't be, because of these energies, because of day-to-day struggles, routine of life, a mortgage, bills, house, home, everything, people that you speak to, people that you go out to in the street. Suddenly they'll put things into your head of temptation to make you stop manifesting this. So the people that you talk to and the people that you meet on your way, which are also soulmates, they, believe it or not, are assholes. Why is that? It's because they stop you from creating your full potential of dream. But then you would probably be so knackered anyway that you wouldn't want to. The energy of what I was saying at the beginning is pretty much just undone itself. Is where that whatever is supposed to be for you is. If it isn't, it isn't. It doesn't work. Because it won't work in the end. Because people are still under that illusion that they have free will. You really don't. Because it's taken from you. Because later on you realise, well, that didn't work. And if time doesn't exist and metaphysics is out there and time really isn't, well, time is the greatest healer of all. Because it's the light. We live in purgatory, we are in the dark, we go towards the light, that's the end, that's death, that's what people fear. Death. The completion of life, the game. Right? So people fear it all the time. Right? So anything that happens, generally, in your life, it happens for a reason of a new beginning, of a soul that will then be passed on and then given back into the matrix, right? For time, to succeed in its success. Right? So whenever it is that you feel like you are not getting so much things as what you think that you want, it's because of life itself stopping you from doing it because you're not supposed to have it yet. Why are you in such a rush to die? I'm not. So why are you in such a rush to have everything? Are you okay as you are? Because if you're really not okay, there's this energy of like, no, I'm really not okay. Like, you know, I could be in a lunatic asylum here. Somebody could be like incarcerated into this four, and they've lost their mind. This is what I said. The most dangerous person ever is the person that's having a fucking awakening. That's why if you see in the other reading where I was saying, I forget what it was, wasn't any representation of a star sign. Sagittarius, I think it was. There was 2 sevens. That was me. That was me going through that. 7 of Cups. This hour, having a strong awakening of connecting to the Akashic Book of Records of Death. Yeah, have that on your shoulders to be able to predict death and times and names. Right? It's a gift, trust me it is, but believe you me, anything that is given to you comes with a burden. everything, right? Because it proves strength. A warrior, right? A warrior. So it proves strength, it gives you it, right? Common knowledge. But again here, not from any kind of book that has been written. I read from my eyes, I read from this eye, okay? But here, what you've got is this energy that is of fear that creates a mirror, either straight away or later. Right. 9, you're probably picking up on 0909. You are just about to spend like a 9-year cycle and go through another 9-year cycle of something with Michael, which is also Archangel, right? So you've kind of got this, energy of like a 9-year sentence, pretty much. So I don't know if anybody really is like just like gone into like the 4 of Wands and they're just about committed themselves into a long-standing commitment marriage here, or like someone's just, I don't know. It could even be where I'm having to go and visit the 4 of Wands. Anyway, that's enough messages for the moment. If you like the style of my reading, we will now go on to where I have to earn a living myself, which would be over on Patron. Patron is designed in order to really support me as a tarot reader. But what you get for that is a plethora of absolute loads of different readings and channeled messages and stuff that people miss. But never mind. But again, Patron, this will only be on the full access bundle over on Patreon. There are a plethora of readings, yearlies, weeklies, monthlies, God knows what else on the full access bundle, because that's what it says on the tin. If you would like this one, it's going to be a reading from the 14th until the 21st, and then the last week reading will only be over on Patreon, so it will not be seen on YouTube. Okay, then obviously we then do the month end and then the weekly for the next month. So if you're on Patreon, you get a churning energy of just different readings and different stuff that comes out at that time. Okay, but it also helps me as a channel because it helps me survive and be able to give people this. That's why I appreciate my patrons. So thank you for people that have joined Patreon or any kind of donation or anything like that. It really helps me be able to give other people things, okay? So thank you so much, everybody. If you do want to join, all info for Angel Radio, the other channel of music. This one also, it's on here, but it's also on the other one, which is Angel Radio. Personal readings, emails, whatever y'all like. Videos, go over to the community tab, the video about ascending and evolving spiritually and God knows what else. It's all on there as well. Probably don't watch it if you're thinking about pinching that day. But, yeah, popular belief. But, again, here, everything is below. Okay? All right, Aquarius, thanks very much, and I will see you soon.